Back, you guys. I'm Pred Hunter Gaming. I'm bringing you yet another episode of Let's Play Civilization 6, the Japanese Empire. Last time we left off, we were just exploring about. We had our scout come out under attack over here. We had met Rome, and that's it so far. We had also, in our research, we had left off on we had completed pottery, animal husbandry, and writing, and I'd stopped there. We weren't too far in. We also, on our civics tree, had completed the code of laws, and we're starting on foreign trade, which we're almost done. So we're going to get back into it. We're going to start off by choosing our research here. So let's see. We got writing, so we can build a library now. Irrigation, Hagen Gardens, Astrology Shrine. I think I'm going to go after mining. Go ahead and get these three. That may be a bad move in the early game, but long run, it should be good. And we're going to go ahead and get our next turn. So far, I would do one, and Rome's already threatening us. Great. I just want to apologize ahead of time if the audio sounds like it's a little bit staticky. I've tried out a bunch of different things in OBS to try to suppress that as best I could, and it's not working the best. So I apologize for that ahead of time. I know it kind of sounds bad, but I do apologize for it, and I'm doing the best I can to try to get that problem fixed. I've read a lot of stuff, and it may be just the headset that I'm using that could be the problem. But nonetheless, we're still going to get on with the video. So Rome is basically saying, "Why haven't you expanded yet?" Which is kind of funny, but they are a very fast expansion, which I am wanting to expand, but I'm wanting to, like I said, build up Kyoto a little bit more before I expand. And I also I need to get some more scouting done, which it doesn't help with my scouts almost about to die. So get on with the next turn, as we're one turn away from getting foreign trade done.
Lives by exchanging.
And that we do. With foreign trade, we can try. Well, never mind. Okay, I thought that was differently. With your people enthused to try foreign trade, government and social policy changes are free this turn. Okay, so that's cool. That's a new policy, so we go into our policy tree and change it. So let's see here. The ones with the exclamation points are the new ones. So discipline. I think I'm gonna leave that the same because I'm not really doing any building any units, and I think I'm gonna leave that the same because I don't have any trade routes yet, so that'll be fine for now. We do have to choose a new civics to go after. So there's craftsmanship that I think we're gonna either go early empire or mysticism. Let's see and look at the great person. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go after mysticism because you get two great persons or great scientist points and great prophet points. You also can build a oracle and get one inveigh. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And we're gonna have our scout continue out.
Harald Sigurðarson stendur fyrir þér. Aldrei var víking slík lands né lagar. Ertu hræddur?
And we have met another empire. I believe that is I can't think of it off the top of my head. So we exchange information. If we go down here, it's the new empire. I believe that's the, not Netherlands, but, oh, I can't think of their name off the top of my head at the moment. I don't know why. I'll think of it in a minute. So we've met another empire. There's two so far on this map. It looks like a really big map. I do know this empire, or it's the Norway, my bad. They specialize in sea-based units in that, so it's good if the map is really big and it's not all like broken up continents. That bodes well for our empire, not theirs, as we're gonna leave our warrior there, and we'll have a builder done in 2 turns. But so far, I am liking the game a lot. It plays really well. The graphics are really good. I'm very impressed by this game so far. Uh, just the OBS part is very frustrating. And I guess we can talk about sports in between these turns, because at times this does get very. There's not. Various parts of the game, a lot of stuff doesn't happen at times. As we do have a builder now, and I'm going to bring him over here. And I don't know. Build improvement farm. There we go. So now that builder is working, and we're going to leave our warrior there. So we can talk about sports right now. NBA just had their, and we're going to go ahead and build a campus. Where can we put it? And we're going to put our campus district right there, so that'll be awesome. NBA just had their NBA All-Star game. I didn't watch it. I really don't watch a lot of. That's one. I watched the NHL All-Star game this year. I didn't watch the Pro Bowl. I could care less for the Pro Bowl, and really the NBA All-Star game. I'm not. Could kind of care less for. Big news, I suppose you could say, is coming up is NHL trade deadlines next Monday. That's a big deal. Teams are jockeying for rental players. I know right now I'm a huge Predators fan. The Predators are, I think they're going to end up standing pat. They have, and we've been denounced. That's amazing. We may want to work on building another warrior at some point. Predators, I think, are going to end up standing pat. They just, they don't have the, they have their draft pick that is, it's a good draft pick, or it's a first round draft pick, but it's gonna be a late round draft pick, and, you know, they're wanting a scoring winger, and if they're gonna get one, I just don't see how they're going to be able to get one with a late first round draft pick, and they're not going to give up Ellie Tolvanen, and he's on a tear in the KHL and in the Olympics, and I don't think they're going to give up Dante Fabro. But them, the Lightning, and shocker, the Vegas Golden Knights are all battling out. Look like the 3 early favorites to win the Stanley Cup once they get in the playoffs, which we all know Stanley Cup playoffs. Predators proved it last year, being the last team to qualify for the playoffs and going all the way to Stanley Cup. So we have another. We completed mining, so now we can. I'm gonna go after archery just because I don't know what Rome is gonna do over there. They're kind of, I guess, jockeying to try to scare us off. But yeah, NHL trade deadline is always awesome. Looks like Ottawa is going to be rebuilding. The Rangers are going to be rebuilding. Of course, you have your teams that are still rebuilding that are going to be rebuilding in Phoenix or Arizona, I should say. You know, Arizona and Buffalo.
We have an envoy at our disposal. We can use the envoy to gain favor with the city-state.
So we have an envoy that helps. It helps whenever city-states, which I don't think we've met one yet, and we have new. One of these policies, I think I'm going to pull out inspiration. I don't think I can. Hmm. Okay, so we've got new for the profits. I don't know why it won't let me put it in. But you know, NHL. I love the NHL. I've started watching the Predators back in 2010. And I've loved hockey ever since then. I love watching playoff hockey, especially at that. Um, but I'm the team that I think most people are shocked with that are going to end up selling at the deadline this year is Edmonton. They almost went to the Western Conference Finals last year. They got knocked out by Anaheim, and you know they were a very deadly team last year, and this year they're kind of just falling apart. It's shocking, but the Western Conference as a whole looks like a very tough conference, as especially the Central Division. Almost every team outside of Chicago is fighting for a playoff spot, and it's all very nobody's really able to gain any ground. So now uh, we've got foreign trade, mysticism done. So now we can go into let me pick another civics. Let's see, early empire. Abilities enforce borders and grant open borders to other civilizations. Open borders, colonialization, production towards settlers, uh, and land surveyors. I think I'm gonna go for craftsmen. That way we can get military tradition just with these guys over here not knowing what they're necessarily gonna do. So I think that'd be smart. And we've got 4 more turns until the campus district is completed. So we are moving right along. We are only 35 turns into, as I'm still scouting out the coast here. And I'm trying to keep my warrior. I don't want that scout destructing any of our tiles that we've improved. So I think next turn I'm going to attack that scout there just to go ahead and get him out of the way. So he's already gotten in. What I was hoping he wasn't going to do, he's already done.
Yosemite Valley to me is always a sunrise, a glitter of green and golden wonder in a vast edifice of stone and space.
And we have found a natural wonder now.
Neighbors have made a request of us.
And we have also met Lisbon. It's a city-state now. They have a request, but I'm going to hold up my... and we took care of the... and we're going to send Lisbon an envoy to help influence. We're going to heal up our scout some more too, and then heal up our warrior, as in one turn we'll have the campus done. Yeah, but the NHL this year, I'm looking forward to the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's one of the more exciting things outside the NFL playoffs. But I know Monday, trade deadline's going to be a crazy day. It always is. So now we have the campus district completed, and we're going to get to work on a library now to help improve that district.
Without craftsmanship, inspiration is a mere reed.
And we've got craftsmanship completed now also. So let's see here, one production, all cities. I think I'm going to, let's see, if I take out the God King, We lose 1 plus faith and 1 plus gold, which we're making plenty of gold. In faith, we're making 5.2 turns. So I think I actually am going to swap that over to production and... Okay, that's not bad. I can deal with that. Bumped it down to 4.1. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Keep on. We're gonna leave our warrior over here. I don't want to have him out scouting and, you know, have a bunch of barbarians come in, or if Rome decides to declare war on us and become warmongers, I don't want to have our capital not guarded. And I probably do need to work after the library building another military unit. So civic security, we have craftsmanship. Let's go ahead and get military tradition.
My liege, we are beginning to attract the attention of the great people of the world. The more specialized district...
Keep on healing our scout up, and that was just telling us about our great persons, which are big in this game. So we're going to come over here, we're going to go one more unit, and we're going to attack this guy next turn if we can. I have a feeling he's probably going to run off this way or that way. If so, we'll just leave our warrior there.
I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth.
And we also have archery done now, which is awesome. So we can build, instead of just building a warrior next turn, we can build a... Or whenever we get the library done, we can actually build a archer and have a better unit. So, let's see here. What do we want to go after? We can go after astrology, irrigation, I think we're going to go after the wheel. That way we can get a water mill, and we also can get heavy chariots. I think that'd be a smart move to go after. But yeah, NHL this year is definitely, Falcons, my team got eliminated, got eliminated early in the NFL playoffs, made it to the divisional round, got knocked out, and my NBA team's not. They're battling for a lottery pick, so, NBA too, that's, Houston's coming on strong. They're, look like the biggest threat to Golden State this year, but NHL is kind of, you've got Nashville, and Vegas is currently leading for the President's Trophy. Tampa Bay is a point behind them, and Nashville plays Detroit tonight, and if Nashville gets a win tonight, they'll be 1 point back. So really there's 3 teams battling out for the best team of the NHL, which no, I didn't expect Vegas to be even anywhere close to that. I figured they'd be towards the bottom of the standings. They're a real surprise story this year, which that also, come playoff time, they could get in the playoffs and get swept out. I mean, that's just, they don't have any experience when it comes to the playoffs. They're a new team expansion team, so it'll be interesting when we get to playoffs, if they get into the playoffs, how well they do. I'm going to go ahead and get a archer built. So now we have a library, and we're turning out 10.2 cents per turn. Which hopefully the Predators are going to be going back to the Stanley Cup this year. I think they should. Kyle Turris trade benefited them greatly. Got Fiala and Smith going. But and then baseball's about to start up too, so that'll be nice as we're about to get to the point where college football's over with. Hockey will be over with soon, NBA will be over with soon, and then all we'll be left with is baseball. So we're still just moving along slowly here. Not a whole lot of action going on as we've gotten down to looks like Norway's actually expanded again, or they've expanded, they have. So we've gotten down to where they're at, they're on a coast too, so that's good for their empire. And now we're going to get this guy and we're going to attack these barbarians over here as we're trying to fend them off and keep them from getting inside our borders. And so we're going to go next turn here, and we are one turn away from getting an archer. And our warrior killed the barbarian too, so awesome. He should get some more XP points for that. And we have Archer now, and I'm going to send him out over here just to keep both sides of the capital guarded just for now. So now we're going to, I think we may, we've got a campus, let's see, what's the Oracle? 1 plus culture, 1 plus faith. Great people cost 25% less. Districts in the city provide 2 plus great person points. Actually, we're gonna go after a Oracle, and I think we're gonna put it over. We're gonna put it over here. It'll remove the woods, but I'm fine with that, and we'll let our archer guard it. So in 25 turns, that should be done. Hopefully, nobody else snags that up before we get to it.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
And we have the wheel now.
Just realign it.
So now we can build a watermill and a heavy chariot, so that'll
I don't underrate
help.
the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail.
And now we have military tradition too, and I'm not changing policies, as I'm going to leave them the same. So we're going to leave our archer here, we're going to keep on healing up our unit there. And we're going to choose another research here as... I think we're going to go after irrigation. 2 turns, we'll be able to build hanging gardens, which will provide 2 plus housing, plantation, and then also allows clearing of marsh and harvesting bananas. So yeah, we'll go with that. Even though we don't have bananas over here, getting that 2 plus housing helps a lot. Civic security, so now we are moving on even more. State workforce, 15% production toward ancient and classical works, and unit maintenance reduced. We're going to go after that. 8 turns. The unit maintenance is big. That ends up, unit maintenance ends up bankrupting a lot of people, especially beginners when they play the game, because they build a bunch of units. And as we've met the city-state Buenos Aires, as they are got a lot of people over there. Actually, I'm going to bring the archer into the city. That way I can put them into position over here on one of these tiles to attack, because it looks like that barbarian warrior is going to attack our warrior, and it did. Rumor has it Brazil has progressed from the ancient era to the classical. And we have irrigation now unlocked, so we're going to keep on scouting out over here. And we're going to get our archer to attack that warrior. And then we're going to get our warrior to attack the warrior, and he should be done with. And they got that barbarian out of the way, which is awesome. And now we're going to go back into our research here, and we're going to get... we're going to get bronze working. It unlocks the iron resource. We'll be able to build barracks, which will provide 1 plus housing, 1 plus citizen slot, 1 plus great general point per turn, 1 plus production. I think that'll be good. Also, encampment, a spearman, and it reveals iron on the map. So we're going to keep on scouting out here, as I believe this is going to be the last turn we do in this video, as we're just going to heal up our warrior. We're gonna go one more turn. Rumor has it Norway has just declared war on Buenos Aires. So I guess Norway. I know in Civ 5 it was an add-on, but Enrico Dandolo, I forget what empire that is exactly, but they survived off of you could only expand by taking over city-states. I don't think that's necessarily the case with Norway, as they can expand on their own, but it looks like Norway, I guess, is just wanting to become a warmonger. It's about the only thing I can say about it. So we have a unit that needs orders, and we're going to heal up our warrior and leave our archer there. And we're going to leave our scout there as well, as we have a barbarian in the way. Go one more turn here. Rumor has it Norway is worshipping a pantheon of the gods focused on God of the Forge belief. And we have bronze working now. So we are going to move the scout out a little bit more. And I believe this is where we're going to end the video here today, guys. I appreciate the support so far. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'm Predator Hunter Gaming, and I'm out.